Season 2 of the Pat and JT podcast.
Oh man, I'm here at last. The best time, always gonna be the best. Come on!
Exclusively on the Parkville Network.
Well, alright!
It's Pat and JT on, everywhere. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter.
Was that a little bit of a brain fart there?
Kinda. Yeah, because you know what? To be honest with you, I just took a bite of I actually stole some of your food from our pantry in the kitchen here at the office.
Our pantry.
And
Generous.
one of the seeds fell down my throat and I almost choked. So I didn't know what exactly to do. Those things are really super good, by the way. What are those that I'm eating?
They're called there's I can't remember her name. It's Melissa's something all natural, whatever. They're little they've got flaxseed and chia seed and coconut oil and
That's why I've had diarrhea for a week and a half because it's so much fiber.
I highly doubt.
Guaranteed. Guaranteed.
But they're supposed to be really good for you.
Well, they're delicious. So anyway, I had a brain fart because I almost choked. But yeah, it's Pat and JT, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. 402-403-9478 is where you can get to us via text or voicemail, and also a new website, patandjt.com. It's all brand new.
Very cool.
Very exciting.
We've got, we do this from time to time. As you know, Parkville Media has several podcasts that we produce. And one of those podcasts is called The Bullpen, and it's with the Voglers out of Ashland, Nebraska. And Les and his beautiful wife, Susan, are in the studio today. Hi, how are you guys doing?
Good. Doing good.
Oh, you can probably hear my dog barking. Yeah, I'm at home, by the way.
He probably hasn't barked all day until you started recording, and now he's barking. Right.
He has not. And
exactly.
I don't know. Gosh, dang it. He's got a little clicker, and I don't know where it is.
Okay. It's fine. He's good.
Hold on. It's where I got to get it.
He's got to get it.
Hold on.
Okay. And we've done this because she's been at home since Thursday of last week.
Hilarious.
And every time we start, he was literally asleep before 5 minutes before we started recording last, on Friday. And as soon as he started recording, squeak the toy, squeak, squeak, whatever that toy was, the purple thing that looked like a.
What'd you call that? The Wubba.
The Wubba.
It was,
yeah.
And then he's got this one he had the other day.
Yeah.
And he was just walking around, and he hadn't used it at all. But now, anyway, he's fine now. So anyway, but welcome to the studio, guys, and thanks for coming in on our podcast. But actually, you need to kind of give us a little background because you brought a guest with you.
Yeah.
And tell us who you got with you and what the background is.
Yeah, just a short, just a quick look at background. This all came together because of the virus. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I've been going to. You all know I got a business here in Ashland and one in McCook, so I thought I needed to go out and help support my employees in McCook because we are an essential business, and I didn't want them going to work without actually seeing their boss there or who owns the business. So sure. I've been going out there, spending the weeks out there, helping them, and we've been busy, and it's been great. But during this process, staying at a hotel, and very few of us, I think.
How many people are in the hotel in general?
When it first started, I think there was maybe about 6 or 7 of us.
That's crazy.
So you each had your own crew privately for each room? Because I'm thinking there are more workers than guests.
There probably was, and there's someday we'll talk about my whole experience at the hotel. It was quite interesting.
Oh boy!
But we were sitting there one night and talking and watching the Weather Channel.
That sounds exciting.
Yeah, and then
that's a whole other story. I got to tell you, I know background on that.
Sounds super exciting.
And then I met this gentleman, Ricky. And Ricky, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, Ricky.
Well, I'm Rick Goings, and I'm terrified right now.
Don't be nervous. There's zero reason to be nervous. You're holding a roll of toilet paper.
Yes, I am very.
So that should be
tightly,
comforting. So just relax.
Well,
it's just
I was going to ask about that, but I thought I'd wait.
That was a gift. That was a gift from Susan.
Yeah, I might take it home and eat it.
Yeah, you'll need it. That's gold, man.
Yeah,
that's gold, Ricky.
This is it.
So what do you?
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Ricky. What do you do?
Well, I work for a company, Superior Lighting, and I do electrical work. That's what I'm doing right now. But my background is in programming and software development, electronics, and a whole bunch of other stuff. But that's exactly what I'm doing now on the side. So we are developing a car that flies. Actually,
a car that flies.
Yeah, actually it's called VTOL, electric VTOL. And,
really?
Yes.
Yeah. How cool. I checked it out on the internet. It's legit.
Yeah, I'm not the only one doing it. Google's doing it. Facebook is doing it. Theirs is, to me, theirs is old fashioned compared to what I'm putting out.
Right.
Because I've been doing it since the 90s.
Really?
Seriously.
Yes, I am. Oh, okay.
You're fine.
All right. Okay.
That's right. And that's the beauty of what we're doing right now. Just so you know, we can always edit. So don't worry about it. You kind of got it with those microphones. You kind of got to peek around the top or because you want to keep it right in front of your mouth. That's
Okay.
good. I know it is. It's kind of obtrusive.
Okay.
We'll edit this. So don't worry about it.
Yeah.
right.
And try one other thing too is try not to tap on the tabletop.
Yeah.
Okay. That's the nervousness thing going on
Even
right
if
there.
it's with toilet paper.
Okay.
Even with,
I might get jumped for this toilet paper.
you know
later on.
what's funny though is that I get after Pat every once in a while too because he's a pen clicker.
Oh, okay.
And he'll sit over there and click, 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 click every once in a while, and I'm like,
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I'm a tapper.
Yeah, I'm allowed. I'm allowed chewer too. So even today, when I put a piece of gum in, I was 10 seconds into chewing, and my wife goes, "Hey, how's that gum?" The whole house can hear you. And I don't chomp. It's just I chew loud. I can't help it. Yeah, well, you kind of, but she's like, "Hey, how's that gum?" It sounds delicious. It sounds disgusting. Yeah.
all right, to get you back on track.
Okay, sorry, Ricky.
When you talk about flying cars, and you've been doing this since the 90s, did this have to do at all with a movie you saw that made you want to make a flying car? Did you want to go back in time? Did you want
No, ma'am.
tell what got you started?
This is what
doing
got me
this?
started. Believe this or not, I was in the second grade. I had ADHD. Believe it or not, I was in the second grade. And and then I went to the third grade, but they kept me back in the second grade. And they was wondering why, I was wondering why am I here and everybody else is up there? Well, I used to daydream a lot. And so because I had ADHD and I daydreamed about these cars that they're building today, I was daydreaming about back in, I ain't gonna tell my age, but yeah, back then.
A minute ago.
Yeah, a minute ago.
Okay.
And so I just started drawing them. And my next door neighbor was this white guy, he's a millionaire on the north side of Omaha. And he used to look at all my drawings, and I used to tell him, "Hey, I'm going to build one of these." And he'd say, "I don't know, son," because he was like my dad, because I didn't have a dad. So there's some things that he took, and he said, "I don't think so. It's not going to happen." And 3 years later, here it comes. Right there in Popular Mechanics. He used to give me them all the time. I used to read them all the time.
I love that magazine.
That was an awesome magazine.
It was a great magazine. Yeah.
I lived that magazine.
Loved it.
And I was the only one who used to run home and try to fly. That was my thing. They used to know I used to crash and burn all the time.
So did you want to initially, when you were little, build something that would fly, or a flying car specifically?
No, it was a flying car. But I started off with a hang glider.
Okay.
And then I moved to a go-kart because I was always building. Then I moved to a go-kart, and then I tried to make both of them work, and I crashed and burned.
That's all right.
But I had a fast go-kart, though.
I bet you did.
All that stuff you talk about, though, there's a couple of things I'm trying to think. What was the movie, Pat? You might have to help me with this. The one Dennis Quaid, I think, was in it, and he was having a conversation with. It was and it was about. And they made the flying.
There was a radio.
wagon.
It was called Radio Flyer. I think that
Radio
was
Flyer.
I think the
was an
voiceover was
awesome-
Tom Hanks or something like that. Yeah, that was
That's
a
a
great
cool-
movie.
Awesome
right,
movie.
and that
Awesome.
and a lot of imagination went into that, and then
Yes.
also just the Jetsons in general.
But what really triggered me was Star Wars. When Star Wars came out, I was lost.
Really?
I was lost. They were like, you couldn't talk to me. I was there. I watched it, I don't know, about 20 times, and Blade Runner about 28 times, Fifth Element about 7 or 8, 9 times. I'm lost because I could see it. I could feel it. And I knew it's been bothering me for years, so I decided to build it. But then things happened, and I lost everything. And, I just went through life.
Right.
And now I'm at it this time, full blast. And like I said, I'm gonna give it this best shot this time. And I'm not gonna quit.
Do you have a prototype sitting
Working
somewhere?
on one now. We're putting it from paper to AutoCAD as we speak right now. I wrote some of the software already for it. We're taking it from one step to another. Now I had a prototype I was working for, but I got a divorce, and that prototype went out the window.
Oh, dang
all
it.
right.
along with everything else.
Well, dang it.
Well, dang it.
I know.
You know what? That'll happen.
Yeah, life happens.
Usually it works out for the best, though.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't want to get into detail. I'm a talker, okay?
No,
'Cause
that's all right. That's fine.
I'm doing light talking right now, but that's to tell you, I can go.
Oh yeah.
Well, you're like our favorite kind of guest for a podcast. It's a match made in heaven.
Right.
So you just roll.
Keep rolling.
Okay. You don't want me to
So,
keep
like,
going.
between paper and, like, prototype, when 6 months, 12 months, 10 months down the road, you think?
Well, I already been working on software, so that's about done. Software is the main key.
Is it?
Yeah, that's the main key now. Before, when I was building it before, I was doing it mechanically wise, trying to keep the gyro and accelerometer and stuff like that going on. But now,
Oh, that's
How cool is that? I love that.
I don't even know what that is to know that it's cool.
well, gyro accelerometer and the gyro and accelerometer keeps rocket ships going straight up in the air.
Well, I mean,
It keeps
obviously.
airplanes going. So you need the same. Well,
Obviously.
obviously, yeah.
You know what's funny? Pat was in second grade too.
Okay.
For best 4 years of my life.
I know, 3 years for me, so
Whatever.
He really liked it.
I did.
But anyway,
So
no.
when you think about, like, just a flying car in general, right? So a flying car, if my car out there would be able to fly,
Right.
You fly, you could either drive on the road or you could fly. How on earth, thinking ahead, how could you, like, govern or keep people in, like, their lanes when they're flying? How on earth would that happen?
Well, back in 2000, I think it was in Texas. I think I'm trying to get you the exact name of the people who actually built it. But anyway, there was a highway in the sky that was built by a guy in Texas, and then he went to the FAA with it. And they actually announced that they were doing a highway in the sky in 2000. So it was starting to implement then.
Wow.
Then as time went on, London, England picked it up. And they're actually doing it right now, and Dubai.
Wow.
So they,
Highway in the sky.
it kind of makes sense though, because you see the technology changing with drones.
Yep.
And that started off as a toy size, and now they've gotten much larger, and they carry packages. And it's just a simple step to where it's going to be carrying people. That makes
they flew
sense
over
to
us,
me.
and now we have the virus.
there it
Right.
is.
I saw you post something like that a couple weeks ago, and I thought,
Yeah, where they at now?
what the heck?
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
But now you mentioned that you're not the only one that's doing this right now,
No.
that there are other people that are on this task as well.
Yes. There's Blackfly, which Google backs. There's what was the other one? No, I lost the train of thought.
Is Facebook?
No, Blackfly. Oh my God.
That's okay.
Oh, hang on.
That's
I gotta
right.
use my toilet paper here.
You got it.
There you go.
I don't
That's
even know what that- I
right.
don't even know what that means, Ricky, but that's fine.
Yeah.
Magic.
Yeah.
Here's a name
a
that
bunch.
pops in my head, and I'm thinking, do you see any interest from, or is like somebody like Elon Musk?
I believe he's just holding back right now. I
Okay.
believe he wants to pick up another company like Google did. And then, I would like to really sit down and talk with him. I want to be the man he invests
So
in.
realistically,
Exactly.
5 years, 10 years down the road, how many years until we
more.
have a flying vehicle like that?
Into 2020.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I think that,
Wow.
I think I've seen some of the prototypes just online where it looks like a drone. There's a seat for a person, and to me that doesn't seem unrealistic at all. Like right now,
Yeah.
even
That's because they got the artificial intelligence, and they're actually driving the car, just like a driverless car.
Yeah.
And once they attach to the highway in the sky, actually that'll take over. Only thing I don't like about that is they take the experience of driving away from the actual, owner of the vehicle. And United States love to drive.
right.
That's what
Okay,
we
so
do.
that's what you're talking when you say highway in the sky. It would actually your machine would be guided.
Right. It'll be guided.
For you.
It'll look like a highway on your computer in front of you.
Oh, that would be
And
fantastic.
probably on your screen, so right in front of you. So it'll just attach and take you wherever you want to go.
Jill, it's like you said you wanted a
yeah.
driver your whole life. That's what you want.
There you go.
This is I'm thrilled.
Right.
honestly. I think this
like,
is awesome.
Right, like take because okay, so if that would happen, you have the highway in the sky. You still obviously have highways where people could drive normal cars. You'd have both going on at the same time. You could pick and choose.
Yeah, pick and choose.
Oh,
what
the
you
highway
wanna
in the
do.
sky would be bomb.
Yeah, there's the Dubai wants to be the first one. So Dubai is opening their doors right now. Actually, there's a bunch of companies over there right now. If I could not be so nervous, maybe my mind will work.
We never remember anything anyway. Just say the name of a company. No one will.
Well, okay.
You fit right in.
You're totally fine, Ricky.
When my brain works, when I get in that car and drive, then it's going to go, everything's going to come back to my head.
That's fine. Don't worry about it.
I know exactly what you mean. Trust me. That's been our whole life.
That's exciting though. That's pretty awesome. I mean, the fact that you, when you were a kid, wanted to do this and now it's actually coming to fruition right now. Yeah. That's awesome.
I used to daydream a lot, and that's all I did was daydream about these cars and stuff like that and how to build all these robots. I even had, when Blockbuster, I told my brother, hey, let's stream some movies. And they thought I was nuts.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
They thought I was coming out of Commercial Federal. And I told them, I looked at Blockbusters. No, actually, it was Mr. Movies before.
Yeah. Mr.
Movies when that came out. You remember that?
TBT, yeah.
Mr. Movies. And it just hit me. I was like, I program in C, C++, Visual Basic. I said, you're networking. I said, why don't we stream some movies and sell popcorn online? And it was just coming out, HTML, all that stuff.
Yeah.
It was just coming out. And you know what? They laughed at me.
Yeah.
They hurt my feelings, man.
I bet it did.
I was like, that's the best thing. And they thought it was a joke.
But the fact that you knew that you saw all of what's going on now so long ago, that's amazing.
What's also amazing too, you think about some of the big companies like the Blockbusters and Netflix was able to finally get their poop in a group and see the future. But Blockbuster, sorry, dude, they didn't move.
They didn't move.
Yeah, all the smart people that are working there, they didn't think that was going to be serious.
We could have been watching Ricky flicks right now instead of Netflix.
Right?
Hey. Heck yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like the fact that you have that vision, the vision of the flying car when you're a kid, the vision of streaming movies when you're older. Keep going with your gut. Whenever you have these things, man, I'm glad you're going all in on this.
Yeah, I'm going all in on this one. This one is the last thing I'm going to go in with every little penny I got. And I'm gonna.
What's it going to look like? Give me an idea what it looks like. See, I'm thinking space car. Like I either have the Jetsons or I'm thinking DeLoreans.
No, here's the deal. Everybody else looks like drones. Most of the companies that are out there right now, they have these drones flying around. But I'm like, that's old technology. There's a guy named Paul Moeller was doing it before any of these guys were doing it. Mine's look more like a flying car. When you see it, it looks more like a sports car. It doesn't roll on the ground, but it hovers close to the ground. We use duck fan technology. Everybody else is using I call it the helicopter effect. It gets into it, but the air that
so is it like it's like on the military vehicles that were on the water then go up onto the sand. It looks like a big, not like an airboat, but it's kind of like not balloons. I don't know how to describe it. It's like, but it uses that kind of that jet airflow.
Out there?
Yeah, but mine's looks more like, that's Paul Moeller. And I think that's an X400, by the way. And that one right there, he was ahead of his time. He was. He just didn't have the computers like the small microcontrollers we have today. His was running on, I think it's like 16 to 18 computers at the time.
So why is the software, I mean, obviously software is important, but why is it like that you need to base it around the software versus the actual physical part of it?
Because the physical part of it was more like the gyros, accelerometers were really big at the time and they weren't fast enough. They didn't have more intelligence to keep it level. But now that the software mixed with that is cool. The software.
We're going to post some of these with this, so they'll be up there.
The software with the hardware, the accelerometers are smaller now, and everything's much lighter now. The fiberglass, the carbon fiber, and everything they use now is more. We're more into. What can I say? It's more into. I lost train of thought.
That's okay. Take your time. You're good.
But we're just more advanced than it was then. It was more mechanical then, trying to do it without software. But now we have smaller computers and like little supercomputers almost.
Well, it's like our desktop. TVs. I mean, we used to have the giant, corner units that would sit, and now there are these light little 12-pound things you hang on the wall. And
Yep.
And they're like $200. Yeah. It's gotten cheaper.
It is cheaper
and smaller.
Yes.
So like the next 3 years, what does it look like for you?
Oh, the next 3 years for me, I should have this car built in about 6 to 8 months. If I can get some help. If I can get some help, I need a place to build it and stuff like that. If I can get the investors to, at least it's not all about the money to me. Give me a building, help me get the lights on. I'll build the car.
How many people you got helping you right now?
I got about 6 people right now. And I got a couple of fiberglass guys. I got a mathematics guy. He's freaking smart. And Tom Baker, he got one little hair sticking on top of his head. His stomach shows, but ask him to put something on the wall.
Whatever. That's brilliant.
He's talking about me.
What?
Oh,
No,
what
I was
is-
going to say, wait, that's less.
Oh,
One little hair on his head, his belly sticking
sorry,
out.
Les. I'm bald headed too, so don't feel bad. Les.
For
So I could be bald-headed.
total side note, bald, best for Corona hair
Exactly.
ever.
Yeah.
You don't have to
Great.
complain about our hairstylist being
Can't get
in
it up in
quarantine.
there.
That's right.
My hairstylist is hanging in my shower.
You look
on the
cool with
wall.
your bald head, though.
Thanks, buddy. I appreciate that, Rick.
I need to look cool.
Thanks, buddy.
But yeah, so I have some people. I have some good people with me. They're just they're working for free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So,
Well, that'll change.
They
I'm
must
assuming.
believe in what you're doing then.
yeah.
I mean,
I have some believe. The ones that don't, they usually fall off,
Yeah.
and that's
Yeah.
okay with me because evidently I don't need you. But
You don't want to have to
They
pull
gotta
them
s-
along.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not going to pull anybody
Yeah.
along.
So where can people, and if anybody's interested, like they want to sign, is there anything online that they can read more about what you're doing, your project, maybe help if they
Yep.
want?
They'll be able to go out to www.intertechnologyaircardesign.com.
And, like enter or enter?
enter.
INTR?
Enter the dragon. Enter.
Like enter the dragon. Okay, got
Enter.
it. Enter. ENT.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, we'll put the link in our show
Whatever
notes
he
too.
said.
Enter. Okay.
We'll put it in the
It's
notes.
being designed right now, so you got to give it a little bit, but it'll be out there.
That's fine.
We got
Yeah.
a good guy in Omaha building that. And there'll be another site coming out too that'll actually just show the car and it'll go through the spill. But
Have
there's
you
two different-
thought anything about doing like some crowdfunding kind of thing?
Yes,
where-
I have. That's why
Yeah.
I'm getting this other one through Omaha. We're going to crowdfund it also.
Nice.
Awesome,
get it
because
right
that's
there.
when the people invest that because they want to be the first ones to have the product.
Yeah.
When they see mine compared to everybody else's, see, I need Google them to really take a look at mine and say, you know what? We're building a drone, and this guy's just way ahead. And
Let's give him $40 million and just
yeah,
make him
just
take
40.
his stuff. Just
Just
whatever.
40. I'm not asking for. You put, yeah, I'm not happy.
Yeah.
Lilium. Lilium's another car. See how it came back?
Lilium, that's
Same
fine,
money.
whatever.
They raised $240 million. And yeah. And theirs is like, yeah. And I'm like, this is just looks like garbage, but it works.
That's fine.
It works.
It works. It works.
That's what counts. It works.
Yeah.
Lilium.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because if
okay,
somebody would,
hold
if a
on.
big company like Google would come and want to buy your company, they're buying your the way that your brain thinks. They're buying your design,
Yep.
and then they can change it, tweak it. You guys all work together. They don't have to buy that exact prototype. They're
Well-
buying the brains behind it.
Here's the deal with I really don't want them to buy me out. I want them to invest because
Right.
because I want to give other people a chance that want to get into this technology because there's a lot of smart people out there that don't have all these degrees. And I met a few, and I would like them to get a chance to get
that's
in
cool.
here and do what you love.
Yeah, that's cool.
And I know that there's a lot there's people out there that they won't hire because they don't have the degrees, but they invent all kind of things at home.
Which doesn't make
Build
sense
it-
to me.
it
I don't
doesn't
get
make
that.
sense.
I
I
don't get it.
know, and that's what I want to do. I know a couple of women that are great programmers. They can't get a job.
That makes no
And
sense
That's
to
a
me.
no-no.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And you're right, though, because most of the inventors, you can't get a degree in inventing. You
can't.
Because
Right.
you've got to have that want to, and you've got to have that ability to see things differently.
Exactly.
And I would think that the smart, the know how, the street knowledge to know, like, I don't need to go get like a liberal arts degree, just to have a degree to get a job in something that has nothing to do with that. It's smarter to not waste your money on that and go after inventing, creating a product you
agree.
want.
Well, they should look around for a minute and say, hey, who's all the millionaires and billionaires? Microsoft, Bill Gates. Did
And
he
you
finish
go
school?
back and look at their beginnings. Almost every one of them,
Self-taught.
they were in the
Self-taught,
garage.
dropped out of school.
Yep.
So it was a waste of time.
Yep.
I couldn't drop out of school. My
Absolutely.
mother would have stumped me in the ground. It wasn't going to happen for this black guy.
That's different. That's different. That's different. Totally get that.
Yeah,
It's different.
yeah.
That is hilarious. So you guys, how long? Let's go back to you.
Okay.
You guys getting to meet each other. You were staying in the same hotel.
Yeah.
How did you guys first get to talking to each other, and then how long have you guys now been friends?
Oh, gosh, I don't know what Ricky was. It's probably been 5 months and a half ago. I don't know.
Five
shortly
years?
after,
Years?
shortly after,
Talk to me.
shortly after the virus started.
Yeah, it was.
We met there, and I don't know.
was.
We just kind of
Immediately.
something just clicked, and we sat there, started talking. And we could have sat there and talked all night, except we had to get up. We had to get up.
It's
Yeah,
like
there was one guy there that
Can
we were
I
sitting
say
there.
it?
You can say it, yeah.
Yeah, he said coon. I had to leave.
What?
What?
He did?
Yeah.
He said, yeah, I knew 2 coons walked in there. I said,
Are you serious?
oh, he did.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
he
In
did.
Ricky and I were
2020, somebody said that to
Yeah,
you?
He said it to me.
and he said it to him. I mean,
And you're
this is a
and,
podcast.
and I'm
This
just
dude-
telling you, I have a picture. We're going to use it as your arms are the size of my vehicle.
Yes.
That
I
you
could've
could
got
have
him.
you
No.
could have crushed. I can't
That's
believe.
why I came today, just to see those.
Right, I know you did. I know you did, Susan. I know you did.
But no, we were sitting there.
that
We
guy.
were, and he did that, and all of a sudden, look, and Ricky's gone.
Yeah, I had to leave.
All right.
I had to leave. I wanted to
he
come
came
back.
back-
I
he-
wanted to come back. Yeah, came back.
He
for
came
him.
back down later. He goes, "I'm sorry, man. Once he said that, he goes, I had to go cool off."
Yeah, I
Yeah,
bet.
and I
Did he when he said it? Did he say it just in part of
it's
conversation?
Like, I don't know if I can use this, but I'm going to
Go
use
ahead.
this.
No, go right ahead, Rick.
Because I
If
was
we have
just
to-
told it means dude. But anyway, he's probably thinking like the word. Okay, I got to say it because I was told it just means a dude. Okay, you don't mind me saying
No,
that?
that's fine.
I need people use the N word. Well, why are you going to use the N word when you know what you mean? So
Right.
just say what you mean. But anyway,
Yeah, we were having this conversation.
we had this conversation. And so, but he probably didn't mean it badly because he was from down south. So
Oh, he was Southern.
look, he was southern. Look, my friend's dad is black and he uses the word coon all the time. It's just a down south thing. Maybe that's what he meant. He didn't mean nothing bad about it. But see, the way he said it and came, I just had to go.
Oh, yeah, I
upstairs
bet.
because I was like,
I mean, this day and age, even if you're from the South,
Yeah.
even if whatever, you know that's
it's
awful.
It
Yeah.
was,
You do. How old a guy was he?
he is my age.
So he's not old. I mean, he's not one of those guys where he's like a 90-year-old that gets a pass.
No, he's not 90. God, thanks, Pat.
I mean,
85 maybe.
I was gonna say upper 70s, but we're
I
good.
thought she was about 45.
Thanks, buddy. That's why we're friends.
There we go. There you go.
That's
Oh,
terrible.
my
I can't
God.
believe that.
But man, I just had to come back down
Go
and
ahead.
talk to him because he's a nice guy, man. We just
Yeah,
sat down, and
he's a
talked,
good dude.
talked about bulls and stuff. But
Yeah, we did. And
What did you think when you found out what he did?
I looked
when you
at the
found out what
bull and
Les
I looked
did.
in the mirror and I said, "We're almost alike." No,
Again, reason number 2, Susan came today.
I was like, man, that's pretty cool, but man, I don't think I could do it because, like I told him before, I go up 30, 40 feet up in the sky. Black people usually don't do that. I just got to be honest.
Yeah.
But we don't do bulls either.
No.
But I heard he can run a 4.0, so he ain't got no problems.
Yeah.
I can.
No.
Yeah.
When you're inspired by
Yes.
by the bull, when you're
Yeah.
inspired.
Yes, inspired.
When I seen that thing, I was like, no, I
Yeah,
can't do
they're
it. But he's brave.
And it's cool that the fact that we're all quarantining and everything's crazy and there's 7
And
people in the hotel. That's how you guys met.
Yeah,
So that's
yeah,
pretty
and
amazing.
And we sat there, and then we go back. There was 1 week I boycotted that hotel. That's a whole different story.
Okay.
Because of something.
That had to do with the Weather Channel.
Yes, it had to do with the Weather Channel.
Yeah,
that's a whole other
And then-
episode.
Yep. And then I came back because the other hotel wouldn't clean my sheets, wouldn't do nothing. So I'm back. And by the way, I get a great discount.
Word travels fast.
Wonderful service. I got an email from corporate
okay.
office. So I got a really good discount.
That's good.
And,
Okay.
So Ricky and I, we kind of passed because different hours and different things and stuff.
I
We'll
think
see
he
each
just
other
didn't
come-
like me. He was like, let me bypass this black guy.
Which is crazy because now like occupancy for hotels nationally is less than 10%. Why wouldn't they do everything they possibly could to keep people there and keep them happy?
Well, that's
Yeah.
kind of what I thought. But
Yeah. Makes
Yeah.
no sense.
yeah, it's
Well, somebody got a lesson in customer service.
yeah,
they did.
Yeah, and unfortunately, one person got fired. But after I got the letter from the corporate office, she got rehired the next day.
Oh, that's
Good.
good.
Okay.
It's the lady that serves, the dark-haired lady serves at happy hour.
Oh, okay.
I
Yeah.
actually fired her for 24 hours.
Wow.
Wow.
For when, I don't know,
When you, okay, gotcha.
about
The Weather Channel.
the Weather Channel stuff. Yeah, that
Which is a whole other episode, which is a fantastic
Yeah.
story.
Yeah.
Well, Ricky, we're it's super nice to meet you.
too.
And we're glad you
It's
guys
awesome.
were able to come in and hang and introduce us to Ricky. That's awesome because I know that in 3 or 4 years they're going to be talking about your flying car.
Yeah.
I mean, I have no
I
doubt.
hope so,
I have
because
no
my
doubt.
lease is up in 3 years. So I'm
I plan on getting it out as quick as possible. I got enough paperwork and enough stuff to get this car out
yeah, I
so
bet.
fast.
Yep. Nebraska has an astronaut. Now we're going to have a flying car.
Right.
we got to hook you guys up.
Yeah.
You got to meet our astronaut, Clay Anderson.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be
He's-
nice.
Yeah, he's from Ashland.
He's pretty,
And-
he's a pretty smart
yeah.
dude, too.
Ooh, I can pick his brain.
He's
That's right.
legit rocket scientist.
Yes.
And,
Ooh, I got a couple of questions for him.
Yeah.
right? There you
sure.
go. So he'll know what you're talking about when you talk about your gyro.
Gyrators.
What's in the
Yeah.
name?
Gyrotron or flux capacitor or whatever the heck.
I'm working on that one, the flux
If
capacitor.
you can do that 88
That's-
miles an hour, I'm out. See ya. Daddy's back in 1985 like that.
That's what I was thinking. The first thing is like Back to the Future when I heard that name. I'm like,
heck
oh
yeah.
my God. That's great.
But yeah, look him
Super.
up. I tell all
His-
the investors who want to invest in me, look on the internet. It's all out there. And before you know it, if you don't invest in it now, it's going to be out there and the
Yes.
stocks are going to be
Because
so
obviously
high.
it's going to it's going to happen. It's
It's
not like
gonna
it's something
happen.
that's not
Yeah.
going to not happen. So get in early if you want to make some money, be
Yeah.
part of something pretty big because it's obviously going to happen.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Right.
Fantastic.
All right.
Thank you, Ricky. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Voglers.
Hey,
Yeah,
thanks you,
Voglers.
Pat and JT.
You got it. And the bullpen is on temporarily paused because you guys are so busy.
Because we are just, I mean,
You're swamped.
we are swamped, but I do have some things we want to get back. I got some ranchers, some bankers, and some other people that kind of want to get, because let's face it, folks, farm economy sucks right now.
It's tough. Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, when you do come back and
Yep.
do your episode, I think it would be really interesting because just talking about what's happening to ranchers and just
Yep.
the livestock industry because of the chain.
The whole,
there's-
yep.
When
the whole,
one
the
thing, when
whole-
the packing plants close,
Yep.
they don't just
Wow.
quit making babies and all of a sudden you don't have any more cattle.
That's right. It's a whole
Wow.
chain of it's
The whole chain of events.
And then right before 2 months before this happened, Susan, with your wandering wine events, I mean, it obviously social distancing crushes that business model. So what are your plans with that over the next?
Evidently, it crushes it.
Here, grab the mic there real
Oh,
quick.
grab that microphone.
There we go.
I don't have anything in the pipeline right now, but I'm hoping people will back out again in spring,
Come back
late
out.
spring.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
come
will.
back out.
it'll
and,
happen.
and we can get something going.
She's actually
because-
working for me now.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah,
I'm
it's awesome.
working. Yeah.
Nice.
After 20 years of marriage, I'm
Heck yeah.
now working, helping.
Yeah. Pretty hot having your
for
your
you.
husband as a boss, right? What?
I sleep with a boss. It's
Yeah, that's
awesome.
right. I'm telling you.
I've always wanted to say that.
Once
Yeah.
a month. That's right.
That's right. Social distancing, right?
That's right.
Hopefully I can get that going.
And when I have something new for my resume now,
That's right.
washing artificial vaginas and processing
Again,
semen.
totally
and-
different.
Yeah,
Totally different podcast.
it's awesome. So,
There's a can of Lysol over there. Yep.
Yeah, there is.
There you go. There you go.
All right,
Oh
hey,
my
thanks,
God.
guys.
Well,
You
just
got it.
I'm sure though that in the meantime, while you are doing a little social distancing, at least you've got a great product that you have in the back room, Susan. You know, try not to drink all the profits.
oh yeah, there's lots of wine there.
Oh, I have a feeling it's gone. I have a feeling it's gone. It's gone. All right, you guys, thank you so much for coming on our podcast. We appreciate it. Ricky, nice to meet you. We'll have all your links and stuff when everything's live and active in the show notes. And you guys, we love you very much. Thank you for coming in
thanks.
on a Saturday. We
Yes.
appreciate it. So this is It's Pat and JT podcast. It's Pat and JT, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook are 402-403-9478. Thanks for listening.